Hello, welcome back to Tier Zero Gaming. I'm Mike.
And I'm Billy. We've got Saturday Night Modern, August 10th.
August 10th, so 3 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago at this point.
We have our favorite Otter Boy versus Alex Gilmore on Esper Gorios.
Gilmore starting off this season incredibly strong. Played Eldrazi the first week, went undefeated. Played Gorios, went undefeated.
Yep.
And now coming into this week, so he's off to a good start for this season.
Yep. Great player, taking great deck choices. Just shows like really good payoff.
Yeah, he for what it's worth, he would have been playing Gorios all 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he needed a couple cards from me.
Oh, fuck. Was that the week I borrowed?
Yeah,
Gorios?
that was the
Let's
first
go.
week. He had ordered them and they just hadn't gotten here on time, and I didn't see the message he had sent me until after I had already given the deck to Billy over here.
Okay.
So
Esper Gorios incredibly good. Incredibly good.
Deck good.
Deck good. Deck less good now?
Deck less good now. So for those of you at home, we are doing this commentary on the 26th, which is the day the bird got shot.
And the day Grief died.
And the day
shot in all formats.
I have some mixed feelings about Grief getting banned in Modern, largely because the card wasn't like relevant right now. It seems like a weird time to ban it.
Also, as an avid Grief defender, I'm really weirded out why it's gone. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
It's kind of just gone now.
Yeah. And you hate Grief.
No, I love Grief.
And you're happy to see it go.
Yeah.
And I understand that. I personally have never really cared too much about the play patterns from Grief. Like, getting scammed never bothered me, I guess. But I also come from an era where the Jund decks back in the day used to just play 8 discard spells and then kill you with a Tarmogoyf. And that was a much slower Modern. Sure. So it's kind of the same speed that Grief operates in today's current Modern. So, like, to me, it was all just the same thing.
Yeah. I think the biggest issue is Grief facilitated absolutely degenerate stuff. Kind of like this. Like, Esper Gorios lets you just, unmask your opponent, then combo kill them.
Yes. Yeah. The ability to just Grief, you have the Ephemerate in your deck anyway because you're trying to do that to attract coming off of Gorios. This was the best current shell for Grief, for sure.
Yeah. It's definitely early to see it go. I think we could have maybe had the next ban list to take Grief out.
Yeah, so we were talking about this earlier, Billy. It could have been that the whole no changes and the last ban announcement was only because the Pro Tour was like that week and they couldn't afford to make changes when people had been spending time and money preparing a week before the Pro Tour. So it's possible that the Grief ban would have happened last time, and this is almost like a post-ban ban.
Yeah. It just seems weird coming out here currently. Also,
that's a disrupting troll.
Get your Gorios out of here, bro. Pitch my counterspell. It did the same thing.
Yeah. Cost us 2 cards, but we had tapped our mana for Preordain and tapped land, so we're doing okay. First comments on the game. Sorry for the rant, folks.
Really this. Let's fucking go, Lutri!
So one of the things about Lutri is Lutri says non-land. So Zack is very much taking advantage of Urza's Saga as just a powerful card that he is actually allowed to run 4 of.
100%. I like that a lot. A blue-red Saga Shell sounds dope. Just like a blue-red control Saga Shell.
Yeah, we're on blue-red control. We have Saga. I believe he's got a Pithing Needle, a Relic, and something else.
Shadow Spear probably wouldn't be an unreasonable
I
card.
think we put the Shadow Spear in the sideboard.
Yeah, that way you can board it.
Yeah, you only want it in certain matchups.
We seized ourselves, put Gristlebrand in the graveyard, Esper Gorios. This is great. That mountain's gonna cast like a color shifted Pyroblast, right?
That would be great.
Yeah.
Color shifted Pyroblast that hits black cards.
Okay, so we're doing this on Zack's turn. Because we've let Zack untap.
Which makes sense. If we do this during Zack's end step, then we get our turn to try to find an Ephemerate.
That makes sense. Also, I mean, this does open up. So we could have gone to Alex's, and I know going to Alex's end step is roughly the same thing because you lose the Attract Salt in Zack's end step. Correct?
Yes.
So this does make sense. Ruby Medallion. Interesting.
Okay. So, yeah. So keeping up with when this video was versus where we're at, like, because Zack and I talk, week to week about what cards we can potentially get in this deck, what we need to shave, that kind of thing. I believe in real time the medallions are out of the deck, and we've gotten some upgrades to like our counter magic and our cantrips.
Also, Virus, you're tapping the Hasty Gristle.
Not bad.
I don't hate this. Is it cuts off Alex another 7 cards?
Correct.
Which,
so
like,
we might find the Ephemerate anyway. Like, in fact, we're likely to find the Ephemerate, but we only get 7 looks instead of 14.
Also, we're getting to the point where Zack, in a game, I believe it was actually this night, it's going to be an off-camera match we're not going to see, just killed me from 12 by going Bolt Snap, Bolt, Lutri, Bolt you.
Let's go.
And I was just like, oh, okay. So we're at a point where Alex could just die to, like, spare bolts happening, bro. Like,
yeah, it turns out the thing that copies spells in a deck with Lightning Bolt can just get the job done.
Exactly.
And if the medallions are still in the deck, that means Shrapnel Blast is still in the deck right now.
That's just lethal as fuck right now. Dude, Zack was cooking.
Yeah, that's the artifact land right there.
Oh, I thought that was a Thundering Falls. I'd be real with you.
Nah.
No, dude, we're cooking. I like this.
No, that's got 2 words in the type line.
Silver Bluff Canal?
Something like that.
I think so. I played a little bit of it in Canlander. I was playing like a Jeskai Welder deck.
Okay. I've certainly drafted it a bunch of times.
That's right. Yeah. Alex still did not find Ephemerate. We found a Psychic Frog, which might just be better.
I mean, we have all these cards to discard, like we would have discarded the hand size anyway. Oh,
with Foking Assault to gain some life, get out of the burns. This is actually really heads up from Alex, knowing his his only out is to get burnt out from here. I like this a lot.
We've talked about this before too. Alex, a very competent Magic player.
He's absurd. He's done well every season. He's been piloting decks that are great.
Yeah,
like he's in tune with the format, knows how to play well,
and somehow managed to win with Counterbalance, despite all of what we're saying.
Literally, just chalks up to him being good. Like, how do you win with Counterbalance, dog? This I have to give this man all the props in the fucking world at this point.
All right. So what do we got? Some fetch lands going on here.
Zack could try to pivot onto a construct plan here, but this frog's spooky.
Yeah, the frog is just. I was gonna say we were gonna have to discard the hand size, but then we had the solitude, so we got the hand size. But that does mean that this frog is sitting here with 7 pieces of food.
Notably, a Falahi Archaeologist put another Atraxa in the graveyard off a mill.
Of course it did.
So we didn't even need the Gristlebrand. We just have a way to get our lad back later.
Yeah. Like the solitude, making sure that he's going to get an untapped step. Realistically, it was an incredibly good play.
We're looking at a point now where Goryo's gets to pivot from being a combo deck because it's already drawn 7 and to I'm just gonna play Esper.
Yeah, now we just kill you with the frog now. Like we don't actually need to do much of anything. Picking up the lad.
Okay. For a second there, I thought we were making a construct.
No, we picked up our lad. He's the Lutri is no longer hanging out.
Instead, discarding the
Atraxa. That's a counter on a frog.
Yep.
Billy, I love that frog.
That frog's so good, dude.
No, but that one in particular.
Okay, so I love that art. It's goofy and adorable, but I really like the Pete Venters art. I think he did a great job.
Also excellent, but I am a sucker for the. Have you seen the foil of this version of the frog?
I watched you attempt to buy 2 and then go, that was too much money, and stopped.
Yeah. It's.
Oh, dude, he had the bow and the fucking. Oh, what is that called?
This is the Thoughtseize. Oh wow. Okay, that's Galvanic Iteration.
Yeah, no, he would have died.
Yeah,
if we didn't Solitude
plus
the
a Galvanic plus a Bolt.
Yeah, no,
we're at 9. He would have just been dead to half of that, right?
Well, no.
If you Galvanic Iteration and then a Galvanic Iteration, you get 2 more copies of the next spell.
Does he have enough mana to do that?
It's 2 then 3. He needs a land.
Okay. I've not played with Galvanic Iteration. I just knew it was a double effect.
Look, man, Phoenix is legal in a format. I play Phoenix when I can play Phoenix.
Speaking of Phoenix, I think I'm going to take a break from Murktide for a bit to run that Tameo Phoenix list for funsies. That deck looks hilarious. Have you seen that?
The deck Spike posted the other day?
Yeah,
okay.
Great. I'm here for my Spike deck. I'll show up and get bodied for a little bit.
That's fine. Not all Spike decks get bodied. Some of them turn into actual
Boy, that Team of Primal players listed.
But didn't the Goryo's deck kind of come out of Spike and has just been iterated on since
it has? I believe Spike. I don't know if Spike came at the very first draft, but I know for a fact he was sure as fuck working on it.
Exactly.
For a minute.
So whether or not the current iteration can be attributed to him, or just the ball was rolling.
He's definitely a big player in this deck, having any popularity whatsoever.
Correct, and now it's one of the top 5 in the format, right?
Also, huge shout out to Matt Sperling with this phenomenal run at the Pro Tour with this deck.
Followed by handing it to Kai to go win the PTQ the next day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, this deck is nuts. I think if you can pilot it well, it's probably... I think it has one of the higher ceilings in the format by a lot.
That's not a big
If you pilot it well, this deck feels unbeatable.
I mean, you're drawing your deck.
Yeah.
You're drawing your whole deck.
And you're playing powerful backup threats like Psychic Frog, Solitude, and Grief. Like, you can reanimate, or I can just play Esper Mid-Range.
Yeah, your combo game is strong because, let's be real, reanimating Atraxa and Grizzlebrand is a thing that's good enough for Legacy. If it's good enough for Legacy, it's damn sure good enough for Modern. And then your mid-range game plan is Psychic Frog, Grief, and Solitude, like you just said.
Also, just cute popper tech from Zack here. Cleansing Wildfire, my indestructible artifact
land. Absolutely.
Love this shit.
Yeah. So Mishra's Bauble was the other artifact. That's what he found on the Urza Saga. Makes sense. And I believe we got a Darcy in there too, so like the Bauble plus Darcy.
Okay. Love Zack's list.
Yeah. I think it's been 2 weeks since the last time he and I laid it out. I know he's been constantly iterating on it.
Yeah.
And we've talked about some higher power, like higher dollar value upgrades.
Yeah.
You know, picking up the Tameo, picking up the One Ring.
I definitely think the Tameo One Ring should be in this deck.
Oh, 100%.
I feel like the One Ring should be in most decks, especially if it's a one-of that you need for your deck list.
Exactly. But you know, until we commit to the dollar value of it, because like we're playing Lutri, right? Like, and we're playing Lutri because we enjoy playing Lutri.
Exactly.
So like just building it up over time is way better than just like trying to dump hundreds of dollars into this thing that like we admittedly know is a meme, but it's also fun to play and hard to play against.
And if your entire goal is to have fun at F&M, dog, fuck
yeah.
Let's
exactly.
go, dude. Hell yeah. All right, so Alex untapping here. We still have a fucking 3/4 Psychic Frog.
And let's be real, as we can see, it's not like he's got no game.
Yeah.
Like, this game is still going.
Exactly.
Zack has stopped multiple threats. Multiple threats.
Yep.
We dealt with the first Gorios. We dealt with the second Gorios.
And now we're just staring at this Frog. Unfortunately, Frog is notably very good versus red removal.
Yes.
Like, absurdly good.
Yeah, even in limited, that's true.
I also see 2 Griefs, a Force Negation. I think I saw a backup Frog in Alex's hand.
I believe so.
We just picked up a Gorios. Yeah. This game's kind of shuffling to the end pretty quickly here.
Yeah. Okay.
Did we have the types to just draw to off of Indulgence?
Yep.
Jesus.
Not types. Mana values.
Mana values.
Yeah.
So we have an Evoke Grief. This is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
This right here is
unmask.
This is probably why Grief got shot.
We have Lutri, Kitsa, Galvanic Iteration, second artifact land. That looks like a Lorien revealed, and I think a Flare of Duplication.
Yeah. So like even without the Grief, I guess we're still just resolving this Gorios, but now we know. But now we know there's nothing.
Exactly.
So we took the Flare of Duplication.
Sure. It was the only spell that we can cast right now that even a little bit matters. Yep. Kitsa doesn't have Flash. Zack was holding up mana kind of as a bluff more than anything, and the Grief just
second Grief. Sure. Just we're about to draw a bajillion cards anyway. Might as well just get
Zack Lutri.
Get my Atraxa back. If we find Ephemerate, this game is all but over.
Exactly. And we get 10 looks at an Ephemerate. God, Atraxa is a messed up Magic card.
It's very good. It's very good.
Sorry, we get 11 looks.
There's the Ephemerate. We found another Grief if we want to keep stripping. There's a Gristlebrand. There's a Priest. Priest came up quite a bit recently.
We take the Priest here.
100%.
Sorcery instant. So we got land, creature, sorcery instant.
Yep. Taking the Priest, it's just a threat that also represents another fatty in my yard later.
Well, we're dead right now, right? We know that we don't have any interaction because we took the Lutri, so we can't flex the blocker.
Do we have anything?
We just discarded the Frog.
Yeah, I was wondering, did Zack have anything to stop this?
No, the closest thing he had to stopping this was he could have flashed in a Lutri to block a Frog unless Alex gives it flying. Okay. And we took the Lutri. Yeah. All right. So, game 2. What do you think Zack sideboarded in, Billy?
Let's see. There's a lot of cards. Something I hopefully Zack has in his board is an actual factual Blood Moon. I think Blood Moon's actually a pretty good thing for Gorios. As they're very pressured into getting Surveil lands.
Fair enough.
Sometimes you can just punk them with a Blood Moon.
Yeah, I don't know if this week he has Harbinger of the Seas / Blood Moon / Magus of the Moon, but I know that he and I have talked about that, and I know that he has Harbinger now.
I'm almost certain he does, because I believe in the first time we commentated Zack's match, I saw him board Harbinger in versus Alex on Eldrazi. But the reason I mentioned exactly Blood Moon is, boy, is Magus's not very good for Solitude.
That's true.
So if we have a Blood Moon, it gets a lot harder. Also, we gotta get Zack a treasure token. This little sleeve over here is not cutting it, Chief.
Fair enough.
Serum Visions!
Look, man, we got to go deep, okay? Most people get to play 4 preordains and then considers and then opts before they have to start worrying about Serum Vision.
So are we on like the full 4 cantrips, like preordain, consider, opt?
I know we have preordain. I know we have consider. I know we have this. I'm unsure of opt, but only because I haven't seen it. That doesn't mean it's not there.
Am I insane to rather play Sleight of Hand?
No, we can get that one in here too.
Okay, cool. I think Sleight of Hand might be slightly better than Serum Visions.
Okay.
At least when I was playing Gift Storm in the before 4 time.
Just seeing 2 cards now
and choosing the one I wanted,
is more important than setting up the next one after drawing at random. Yeah,
So-
that very well could be true. I'm unsure. I know we have
Focus Solitude at some point, and the monkey's still here. What happened? Because there's a white card in exile, and I'm just curious.
the white card is in exile because the Ragavan flipped to Celestial.
Okay, so we flipped the Purge off the Ragavan.
So I'm guessing we surveilled the Solitude into the yard. That's my assumption.
I do see a Solitude getting pulled to the front here. We might see it evoked now.
Sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Pitching an Ephemerate does not feel good. Counterspell.
No.
I want my monkey.
Yeah. Monkey. Go, monkey, go.
I mean, this is the games where Blue-Red Murktide was just hilariously far ahead.
Exile of Grizzlebrand. That's not a bad thing.
Yep.
We're obviously not casting it, but...
Ooh, does Zack have a Murktide in this?
That's another one of the upgrades that we're working.
We need to get him one of those secret lair ones.
I handed him a Fable the Mirror Breaker the other day.
Good.
So we've got one of them in there now, which
Fable,
it's not insane, but it's going to be so helpful.
Dog Fable copying Lutri in the late game, hilarious.
You can't.
Wait, no, non-legends. Shit.
But you can copy Snapcaster Mage.
Love that for me.
Yeah, it turns out 1-mana Snapcaster Mage is pretty okay.
Yeah. Spell Pierce on Tainted Domes just Alex Gilmore just falling behind on the tempo at this point. Like this
Ragavan things.
Yep, this is just old school Blue-Red Murktide. Is it weird to say old school?
There's an opt. We have an opt. It's the Mystical Archive one.
So is this an ending? It looks like it's an ending.
That's a Thoughtseize to
that's a
figure
swamp,
it out
not
first.
A plan. Thoughtseize are we're just going for it. We're so far behind. What else are we doing?
We have the Goryo's and the Ephemerate again.
Yeah, I mean I'm here for it.
So end of Zack's turn if our Goryo's resolves. So
I'm slamming there. We didn't make a land drop, right?
Would you have Spell Pierce the Tainted or held onto it for Goryo's?
In Legacy, it is normally Spell Pierce the enablers, correct?
Okay.
But the thing is, with Modern, there's just one reanimate spell. It's just Goryo's. Yes. I think in Modern, I'd much rather save it for the Goryo's. In Legacy, I am Snap, Spell Piercing, and Tomb, Faith Soothing every day. Sure.
Yeah, I think, well, we have a Snapcaster Mage.
Okay. So we have this Goryo's covered. Yeah. Exactly. And also, it protects our clock, and doubles our clock here.
Correct.
Alex just choosing to take a draw step, taking it slow, fishing out, something happened, we played nothing.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Zack's hands he's just been setting up, he's been cantripping, he's hit a Ragavan every turn.
Ragavaning, yeah, exactly.
It would be really hard for him not to have something. Also, notable, Zack did not pick up Lutri, so we know something's there.
We Entombed in a track, so
that's
Surveil Land.
Fucked. I love Entomb. Entomb's great.
With our Surveil Land?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright. Did we pick up Thoughtseize? Bro!
Sure. That's tough.
This is what I'm talking about. Esper Goryo's.
Okay. I remember this.
No,
Zack is going to do a thing, and I'm going to talk to him after this game about it. So, and what do you think's going to happen?
So the play here is you just flash in your Snapcaster Mage and say target Spell Pierce and say, all right, your Thoughtseize resolves. Because I played a lot with Snapcaster Mage. Okay, so we're doing that. He looks like he's got Spell Pierce his Thoughtseize and died.
You had it exactly correct. Like you just said exactly. It doesn't really matter what he took.
Well, it should be exiled.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
But yeah, now we know the path. Like the Thoughtseize didn't resolve. Sure.
Yeah.
We don't care.
Just one of those things of that's a nuance that
exactly. And I talked to Zack about it after the game, and he was like, I forgot I could do that. Yep. So just playing more, learning more. Zack is only going to get better from here.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this looks this looks Jover. Like we just found the land for the Ephemerate that we know is in the hand. That sucks.
Yep. But again, this is part of the learning process.
The only the good thing about this is like even if we did this, we play snap, we target spell pierce, target counterspell, whatever,
whichever.
and then Alex just passes
the turn.
Yeah, like we're not losing the game because of this misplay. We're probably still losing, but it sucks.
Yeah. We deprived ourselves of an extra turn.
Yeah, because we would have at least got to put Alex to. No, we can't attack because we just get to get the Atraxa back in combat.
If he gets it back in combat, he's playing into counter spells and whatnot. Like, we still have our hand available to us, right?
That's fair.
And now we get to untap. We have all our
But
mana.
like, wouldn't you? I guess you would do it on end step.
Theoretically, you're doing it on Zack's end step.
Yeah. Are we willing to go to 3 though for that?
Well, if we're not doing it on Zack's end step, then we don't get a chance to play the land, and the ephemerate isn't a reality.
Yeah, but like,
so like,
unfortunately, this just leads to.
Oh yeah, no. Again, this game as it stands is over. Yeah, this game is done.
We've got this is the second backup Goryo's. Like we've already got a backup Goryo's from the first
and there's
attraction
another
trigger.
ephemerate, so we're gonna take the ephemerate.
I argued the grief here is better. Just let's get an idea of what Zack's working with. We have so much card advantage already. But
he was waffling back and forth. He went back and forth on it. He wound up with the priest. Still thinking about it.
Yeah. Okay. I like both plays. Like Priest just says, "Hey dog, this thing will force the action again." But
exactly.
But I don't know.
And we got a hit in, so we're back up to 15. So we're kind of like out of burn range here. So
I saw a split card in Zack's hand, which might be Dead Gone. Dead Gone might be able to get us back into this game because we don't have a. We have Atraxa in the yard. We did. Never mind. Nothing matters. Nothing matters. Zack looking.
Consider opt on Holy Heat, I think.
This is the strength of Goryo's. We were behind all game. We resolved one spell, and now we cannot lose.
Basically.
Yeah. Just. I honestly, I'm not even attacking with the Attraction next turn. I'm just taking another fucking trigger.
Sure.
Yeah.
The ephemerate trigger.
Because I can just sit here and block all day.
Sure.
I'll kill. Zack will die in one combat step the following turn. That's fine. Opt.
Yeah. Consider bin a thing, draw, opt, bottom a thing, draw.
Picks up Pyroclasm. Is
that what that is?
I think so. Plays Thundering Falls.
Pyroclasm would be a weird one to
put
it in.
Technician Crutch? The fuck is that?
I don't know. I'm unsure of what that card is. We'll ask Zack later.
So it looks like we declined Ephemerate.
Yeah.
We're trying to get the game over with.
Get the game over.
Sure.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Like, we just drew, like, 6 cards.
We're at 22, Zack's at 4. I have a 7/7 first strike, Death Touch, Lifelink, Flyer.
Is that thing a first strike?
Yes, fuck it does for some reason. I'm almost certain.
It's Vigilance, right? Vigilance is the white keyword.
Vigilance, Death Touch, Flying, Lifelink.
Yeah, that's 4.
Right?
No first strike.
I could have swore I had first strike.
No first strike. No first strike.
After this, boys, Errata Atraxa for first strike.
No.
Just so I'm not incorrect.
No.
Please?
No.
It didn't have enough.
So we timing is perfect. We have a Harbinger of the Seas.
Perfect. Once again, also not the moon effect we want to see here. It
also
cuts us off our colors. No,
Alex has all 3 as basics.
Yeah, exactly. And Zack doesn't have his mountain.
Yeah. Alex, we haven't seen the moon effect so far. But Alex is still just making sure that doesn't stop him from playing this game.
So we have a Prismari command resolving. Looks like we're choosing Faithless Looting, make a treasure.
Yes, because we need to find something.
Yep. Discard Silver Bluff Canal, Harbinger of the Tides.
Yeah.
Yep. It's a Harbinger of the Tides or Seas. I keep fucking it up. I think it's Seas.
I think we might have just played 2 lands this turn.
No, we didn't. We only had 3
we played
lands.
the Thundering Falls?
No, that was the last turn during the opt.
Okay.
It was after opt we played Thundering Falls.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
No, I promise.
Okay.
I remember.
All right.
Because I remember mentioning it after the opt resolved. We were like, oh, Thundering Falls and see what else is there.
Yeah, fair enough. We've taken a lot of game action.
We have. So there's been a lot. So personally, the best case scenario here is Zack taps his mountain for a random and bolts himself.
Legit.
Get out of here. Oof.
Hey, look, another creature.
Hey, dog, you're dead. You're so dead. It's hilarious. Oh no, he's at 5. Now the Solitude's not lethal.
So, I'm pretty sure, like, the only out that we have from Zack's side, and it's a terrible one, and it's not actually going to win us the game, is to attack and then try to Unholy Heat the Atraxa if he blocks with it. So we have to trade a creature and an Unholy Heat.
But there's an
Andy's got Goryo's and yeah. No, everything's bad.
Yeah.
But it leaves us not necessarily dead.
True. All right, so we have once again 2 shop favorites up here. Jason Shaffer playing goblins. Dog has I've never seen him play anything else. Honestly,
I don't think he plays anything
I don't
else.
blame him. It's pretty cool. And then Malachi trying out my darling of the format right now, Demir Murktide.
Yes.
By far my favorite deck, far and away.
Yeah. So this was the deck he was intending to play in the invitational that we had recently.
He got swayed by spikes.
No, I think what happened is he was jamming games with Gilmore and just was losing to Gorios over and over again.
Interesting.
And just was off it. Just didn't want to do it.
So I got to talk with Gilmore about that recently. Gilmore sat down and was like, I feel very confident in this matchup. And I also kind of like awkwardly went, so do I?
Yeah. Well, like you and I have had kind of that conversation before too. I think when you and I talked about it, it was specifically 4-color Omnath versus Amulet.
Yes.
And I was very confident from the 4-color side, and you were very confident from the Amulet side.
Yes.
And I haven't like looked up data to see what statistics say. Anecdotally, I was winning that matchup very handily when I was playing Modern a little bit more regularly.
Yes.
And you say the same thing.
Yep.
So anecdotally, you were winning that matchup. And it could be
lots of play experiences, a lot of different play skill levels.
Yeah, and that could be part of it. From Malachi's side, like I was birding him in Alex playtesting one time, and Malachi needed to get a better handle on when to use which counter spells. Yeah. Because every counter spell in Modern, realistically, besides the card counter spell,
has a niche that you need to
exactly
push.
And sometimes the thing that you need to prioritize is making sure you're being as mana efficient as possible. Sometimes the thing that you need to prioritize is using the most narrow counter spell as soon as possible. And I think that Malachi was, at the time at least, struggling to like hammer that part in.
Yeah.
So like he would use a force of negation when he could have used a spell snare or vice versa. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Like small hiccups like that.
Exactly. And then he winds up ending the game with the wrong counter spells in hand.
And we're done. So we've actually, I think even Malachi and me have had this conversation. Murktide, we have. Murktide is one of those decks that on paper feels like you can win every matchup, but you will make a small mistake you won't know is a mistake at that time sometimes.
And then lose 6 turns later.
And then lose the entire game.
Yeah. And I think Malachi was kind of falling victim to that for a minute.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that is ultimately what swayed him to try a different deck for the Invitational, or if it was something else.
Yeah.
Like it could be that he just doesn't really enjoy playing the deck. Like I don't actually know.
Yeah.
You and I both love this deck. I loved Is It Murktide when it was like at its peak, when it was at its height. And I love Psychic Frog very, very much. That's a good lad.
I've always normally been a bigger fan of the bigger control shells. Like I've loved my blue-white control.
Sure.
I love Jeskai Ring
pure
currently,
control decks.
But there's just something about playing this deck that goes, I am still a control deck, even if I am playing tempo threats.
Yeah, like you're a control deck. The thing is like you just get this opportunity to stick a 2-mana threat at some point in the game
for the rest of the game.
Right. Because like whether it's Psychic Frog or Murktide Regen, it doesn't matter which of the 2-mana threats you stick. That card's just going to win sometimes.
The entire game is now, hey, this frog gets answered, or this Murktide gets answered, or the game ends.
Yeah. Yeah. The Frogtide deck's ability to turn the corner is, I think, very, very powerful in a control style deck.
So getting back to the game, I know we don't talk about it too much. We've had an Iggy and a Lord come down from Shaffer. We have the namesake of the deck coming down from Malachi with Frog. Trying to get a grip of what's going on.
I see Counterspell, Land, Archmage's Charm.
I think it's Subtlety.
Subtlety? Yeah.
For Shaffer, I see a Matron, a Ringleader.
That might be a Murktide, not a land. The card all the way in the back, I'm not sure.
Shaffer looking like they're a little bit stuck on mana. Second Iggy coming down here.
Matron, yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, these Iggies are effectively 1/1s? Oh, 1/2s?
They are 1/2s.
That's Mogwar Marshal, right? We've had this conversation before, I think.
Yeah.
Where I just don't know this new art.
Yes. I think Malachi just pointing because Shaffer played a second Iggy and tapped the one in front. As long as he doesn't tap both, it's whatever.
Yeah.
And I think that's all it is. Malachi making sure that Shaffer's not trying to tap both of them,
Yeah.
and he's not. Everything is fine.
Yeah, definitely Mogwai Marshall, the
Yes.
Goblin coming in. I mean, like, this looks innocuous. This is a lot of power with that Lord in play.
That's 2 mana for 2 Grizzly
Hey,
Bears.
this card was very good in the draft recently.
Yeah.
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 That's very good. I have a newfound respect for random token cards.
I think what you meant to say is you have a newfound respect for draft.
Shush. You can't pull me into this.
I can.
You can't.
Draft is the best.
I'm drafting Vintage Cube Thursday at the Ox with some buddies. It's gonna be cool.
I hope you enjoy.
Me too.
Vintage Cube is a lot of fun. One of our locals, Janelle, keeps an
I've
updated.
seen her posting that.
Yeah.
This seems dope.
She keeps an updated version of the Vintage Cube. So
I thought she was posting last time too about like a cube she was working on, like an actual cube, like not just the vintage cube.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong person.
Unsure. Yeah, if she's working on her own cube, I would love to see what it ultimately looks like.
So yeah, we have a Psychic Frog, which as we were hyping up real hard, the entire game revolves around it currently. Looking kind of poor against just like
yeah, it does it doesn't.
We are just shipping 2 cards.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I definitely.
we're
We're
playing
playing a Murktide.
Yeah,
no, this makes sense.
Yeah, we're gonna tap out anyway. These counter spells aren't really doing much. We're playing against a deck with Cavern of Souls anyway. He doesn't have it in play, but like we're playing against a quad Cavern of Soul deck.
I believe this is a 7/7, just a 5/5.
Yeah, we had some fetch lands in there and a subtlety.
The sand looks. I think I would have kept at least one more for a blue card for the subtlety. Maybe.
Are we? Is this the last card in hand?
Yeah, this is my
last card in hand.
I think I would have shipped this island and kept the counterspell because then we could have had counterspell plus. No, I guess you can't hold up both.
No.
Yeah, no. So I think Malachi made the correct play here.
No, he either gets one less counter on the Murktide by keeping the counterspell and pitching the subtlety, or he, Or
would it have been worth to just pitch the subtlety and keep the counterspell? And that way you have counterspell up here, you have one less counter, but you can make the counterspell matter with the frog later?
I think so.
Yeah. Also, here's a Snoop, which is a scary thing.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing where we wish we had counterspell, right?
Tapping. Oh, we paid the Echo for.
Yes. I think Malachi was wondering why we had so much.
That is a Unisyncs expert. That's a dead Murktide next turn, bro.
That's a dead whatever we want to be dead.
Dead everything.
The real answer.
So Malachi needs to effectively kill Shaffer in one turn, and it's not looking like it's going to be possible. Let's take the Fatal Push. Okay, that was a good draw.
It's a good start. Make sure that we don't just accidentally die to the Snoop.
It does kind of suck because we can't really answer the expert with this. If I'm Shaffer, I'm almost certainly killing the frog over the Murktide, right?
Well, considering the frog is sitting back to block, yeah.
Yeah. So we're taking 5, going to 11.
Yeah.
We have a Fatal Push and a Subtlety. So I guess we do have a Subtlety for the expert, right? But it doesn't really matter with the Snoop in play.
Yeah, you just get to cast it off the top.
Exactly.
In fact, yeah, I was going to say, I bet you Shaffer upkeeps it.
Yep.
Because this is functionally drawing
also
an extra
worth
card,
noting,
right?
We've actually had this come up. We should see the top of the library currently.
Yes.
I'm gonna bonk Shaffer with the Hammer of Shame next time I see him.
You're not.
Yeah, let's go. It's a fucking cheeky.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boy, shit just got weird.
Yeah. Everything's awful.
Oh, okay. So what are we doing now? What's the plan?
From Shaffer's side? How many
from Malachi's side? Like, what the hell is the plan? So we get the fucking triggers on our Lord at the instep when we set,
I said, how many cards do you want to draw?
Yeah. Honestly, like, there's maybe an argument to just
Fatal Push the Snoop now.
No, for Shaffer's side, instead of drawing cards, pass until Malachi's instep and try to make a lethal army.
Oh, yeah, that works too. Just do it during Malachi's instep.
Yeah. So now Malachi is forced to either protect his threats and risk just dying.
From Malachi's side, he doesn't need to worry about that, right? Because we know we have the Fatal Push. So we just.
But if we subtlety this munitions expert, this Snoop runs free.
It doesn't matter. So Snoop can't combo right now. We don't have the mana to cast the
Snoop can't combo, but Snoop does get to set up. So, like, let's say Shaffer doesn't go for
set up anything.
Let's say Shaffer doesn't go for the line I'm talking about, making infinite boys and Malachi's step. Let's say Shaffer decides I want to exile like the next 15 cards.
Yeah, how many cards do you want to do?
Exactly.
That's what I was saying.
So, like, we can't really subtlety freely here, because Shaffer might take that line.
Yes.
So it is a really rough bind for Malachi right now, and this is just unfortunate.
Like, this thing shoots for 6, even if we Fatal Push.
Exactly. One of our threats are dead. You can't protect either one of them.
Yeah.
The frog is only a 3/4. The Murktie's a 5/5.
Yeah.
Really thinking about this. So, like, what are you doing here? I honestly think I might just let the dude go.
Well, so the problem is the
If you settle
Kiki's face up no matter what.
Yeah.
So even if we fatal push right now, the Snoop gets to do its thing.
Yeah.
Like we get to respond to.
Okay, so
The
we're
fatal-
going
yeah.
with the subtlety.
I think we have to be honest. So
I know it sounds bad, but maybe I play too much Magic to be real with you. I'm probably just conceding that's Kiki being on top. I'll be real with you.
yeah. So unfortunately, yeah, this
The Snoop it comes back. The
yeah, we
subtlety
just play it again.
Yeah, the subtlety does nothing.
Right.
It just gets us a different body, and now we have essentially used the card in my hand. Do this. What is Shaffer explaining currently? Yes, dead Murktide. Goodbye. Goodbye, my beloved Dargan.
Yeah. And now
Tap
we're
Snoop.
going to make copies of what?
If I'm Shaffer here, are you playing the control game? Just like make another
Just make
expert,
another
kill
expert, shoot
the
off
frog.
something
I
else.
don't care. Attack with my boys, and then try to get
Looks
this
like-
game over with.
Sure looks like he's pointing at the expert.
Seems good.
Yep. Shoot the frog.
Yeah. See, this is why I would have probably just conceded to this Snoop.
Yeah.
Like I think that is just checkmate, dog. You're dead.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
Kiki
See,
on top is-
Malachi sees the writing too. Like there's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah. So I think that right there is what we were talking about whether you leave the counterspell or the
Yeah. If
subtlety
we had the
in hand.
counterspell for the expert, this game plays at least differently. Like Shaffer has to draw a bunch of cards, but we get to untap, push.
No,
the
he
Snoop.
doesn't even get to draw a bunch of cards because we just sit there holding up the fatal push, and as soon as he taps the Snoop to copy itself, we shoot it.
Yeah, because we have counterspell instead of the subtlety. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is the exact shit we talked about. We
Right.
made one mistake at
Yes.
a different turn, and we lost. We didn't
Two
lose the
turns
game,
later.
but effectively lost the game.
Right. Two
Yeah.
turns later.
Yep.
For an unrelated play.
That's fucking rough. Is that a fucking break the ice?
I doubt it.
I think
thought
Malachi
saw-
just chipped the break the ice.
I thought I saw Bowmaster, but
I thought it was break the ice. I mean, Kids Cap?
there's no way, right?
I don't know.
We can't board in break the ice.
So like, I have boarded in some weird shit to deal with Cavern, right? But normally my
There's
my
a
thought
possibility.
process for matches like this is just to take as many counterspells out as possible.
Okay.
Just play to the board instead.
Yeah. And to that point, he has a Toxic Deluge in his hand. I believe there's one main, one board.
That's it.
I see subtlety. I saw toxic. I saw like one or two lands. Fatal push, counterspell.
There's like a handful
Yeah,
of those
looks like
cards.
2 lands.
The only problem this hand is missing is just an early threat to try to run the game
Correct.
with. But I mean, this is a Xerox deck. We'll find
Right.
eventually. Yeah.
We
Speaking
just
of, there it fucking is. Right on time.
easiest game.
Ooh, taking a turn off for preordain. I don't hate this.
Yeah, no. We don't need to get the frog down right away. We can
Yeah.
develop our mana, make sure we have fatal push up just to be safe.
There's another fatal push on top.
Yeah.
Malachi keeping the other card, which I'm not sure what it was, but we at least know there's a fatal push in this scry.
There was an island.
There's an island. Okay, just making our land
just
drops.
making
I like
sure we
this.
hit our land
I like this
drops.
quite a bit.
Totally safe.
A little unfortunate that we're so blue heavy, as we want to be able to play frog plus have push.
You're not wrong, but this does make sure that Shaffer can't blood moon us.
True, but
Right.
he can blood moon himself black currently.
Yeah.
Which
But,
would be actually backbreaking here.
It would not be great, but like we at least get to play with most of the cards.
Yep. So let's see what happens.
Also, for what it's worth, I don't think we're blood mooning in this matchup,
So,
like from Shaffer's.
An interesting conversation that I would like to have with you about this sideboard plan is something I've been contemplating a lot and was going to try if I got to play against Shaffer recently. I'm going to start boarding in consigned memory.
All right.
Because, like I said, Counterspell is nearly dead. Every ETB effect, we hit Expert, which kills my frogs.
Sure.
We hit Matron, Harbinger, which could affect the combo kill.
Yes.
We hit Ringleader.
Yeah.
I think we could, if it's worth it, we could start replicating the Lord's Dice triggers, which is weird, but possible.
Sure.
I think it is better than Counterspell, but also maybe I am coping really hard because I've had Shaffer open multiple caverns recently.
Yeah. But again, he is a quad Cavern of Souls deck, right? Like,
I think it's something I want to test.
Sure.
Because I'm already playing 3 for Eldrazi, because holy Christ.
Yeah, I don't know if the list Malachi was on had 3 or all 4, but it sure has several consigns.
A good amount.
Yes.
That card is very good in this format. So we found a Snoop off the matron.
Yeah, just setting up.
Yeah.
Like both sides of the table, just kind of like setting
Hanging
up,
out,
just vibing.
setting up my curve.
Mm-hmm.
Malachi, I believe, is drawing a Fatal Push for turn if I saw the card correctly off the preordain,
Sure.
which means we're probably just going to play Frog Pass, I would assume.
It would not surprise me if we just, there was the push. So we've got double push Toxic Deluge right now, so yeah.
We could also just take a Deluge for 2.
I don't think we need to, because we know there's a Snoop coming. We can also Deluge for 1. 1 kills everything right now.
I meant like Deluge for 2 cards, sorry.
Oh,
Bad
sure,
vernacular,
yes.
yeah.
I think we just play Frog here.
I agree. Okay, Malachi hanging out.
We have Counterspell.
Yeah.
Like, we're vibing.
This could be a play of where we just set up Shaffer plays out the Snoop, we push till end step, and then sweep up anything else that was played.
No, we don't even bother pushing, right? We just let if all Shaffer does this turn is put some idiots into play, we just untap and Deluge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do we have a Deluge? Are you sure?
Yes.
Where's that?
100% sure.
I see 2 Fatal Pushes, a Frog.
It's the second to the back card.
Second to the back.
Yeah. It's shiny even.
Shiny.
It's a foil.
Oh, okay, I see it. And then there's a counterspell. So we have a counterspell as well. And Shaffer not drawn a Cavern yet.
Nope.
So
we can counterspell if we want to counterspell. If Shaffer just puts some stuff into play, we just get to murder it all. There it is. It's at the front of the hand. The only
thing I think I would counterspell in this position is a Ringleader.
Oh yeah.
Like play your matrons, play your Snoops. I don't care. I'll kill them away next turn. I'm counterspelling exactly Ringleader here.
Yeah, you counterspell the draw 4.
Yeah.
Which I understand is optimistic, but I've watched it.
I mean, I'll be real with you. Every single time I ever cast a Ringleader, it was like a draw 1. It was awful. I was very bad at this deck.
Fair. Malachi did, in fact, just say, "Yup, that resolves."
Yep.
Just
looks like a Flare of Malice.
Yeah, I guess.
I believe Shaffer has old border flares, so I think that is a flare.
I respect the old border.
Here's Deluge. Deluge for 2. Get rid of everything.
Boop boop.
I mean, Shaffer's hand looks stocked.
Yeah.
I think that's an Arena of Glory to the front as well.
Bro, Arena of Glory on Snoop is so cool.
I have got to play a lot with Arena of Glory with some different goblins.
Sure.
Goblin Engineer hasted is fucked. Or Goblin Welder hasted?
Yeah.
I love it. I'm so optimistic for the format now that Grief Squad. I can't wait. Hey, can I bully you into
if people show up, I will host whatever events people want to play.
So we'll see if I can bully some people into doing it.
There you go.
I'm looking at you, Pedito. Don't you want to play Mono Red Painter Mirrors?
Pedito has twins on the way and is not going to be here for.
You told me the other day. He was like, I'm planning to ask my wife with the new job to start buying a duel a month, and I'm like, all right, brother, go off.
Okay.
Go off,
all
King.
Right. Good luck.
Go off. I want to do that.
If I bought a duel a month, I'd have my 40 in a year.
I'm missing Scrubland from my EDH set, and
sure.
I'm happy. And then I have 2s of some of the blues for Legacy.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm missing 11 duels from my playset of 40.
Jesus Christ, buddy.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I'm chilling.
Okay. Did you open those, you dinosaur?
First of all, dude. Second of all, no, I sold all my old ones and I've had to reacquire them. That's not even true. I didn't sell all of my old ones.
I love you, Mike. Don't think that's
Oh, you're good. I had a playset of Scrublands already. I think I had 1 or 2 Underground Seas before I started picking up the last ones I needed.
Okay.
So,
good.
No, I had some of my old duels, but certainly nowhere near as many as I had back in the day.
Yeah, I'm in the market for a Scrubland probably. Not anytime soon, but definitely. Ooh, we're subtletying this matrix.
Billy, know why? I might actually have a 5th Scrubland. I'll find out.
We'll talk.
Yeah.
I think I'm more into the idea of a City of Traders right now because Painter plays a single.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't hate the idea. Esper Frog and Legacy sounds dope. Yeah. Can
we play Stoneforge Mystic and Psychic Frog? Is that a real thing that's good?
No, buddy. Okay. It's okay. I'm gonna stop you right there.
You should stop.
You play Psychic Frog, Tamnio, Bowmasters, and Murktide. That's all you need. Wonderful. That's all you need.
That all sounded great.
You play this deck, but with Force of Will and Plow. And Daze, because that didn't get shot today. Surprisingly. I honestly expected it. I expected multiple hits. 7/7 Murktide, by the way. This is exactly where Frog wants to be.
So
we've stunted Shaffer, and now we have a
2-turn clock. Well,
3 turn.
Don't we have? Didn't we have a bowmaster? Do we not have
No,
a
we have
bowmaster?
2 pushes and a frog. The
Oh,
frog can theoretically make it a faster clock.
We
if
make
we
it a
need...
2-turn clock if we play the frog this turn.
Yes.
This coming turn, I mean. Like, attack with
Also,
Murktide,
if we
then
can
play
get
frog.
3 cards into our graveyard, in between that, we can just make the Murktide lethal probably on its own.
Depends what's in our hand. We can just play
There's
frog, right?
push frog. So
But yeah, so.
Sure, the matron's
Plus draw
happening.
step. Matron doesn't matter. It just depends what it finds.
I mean, I'm
Presumably
almost
it's
certain.
Snoop here.
No, I think I know what Shaffer might look for. I think Shaffer's been very high on it. I don't know if it's still on the list. He used to play. It was the Time Spiral Goblin.
Oh, Sting Scourger.
That one. Yes.
Future Sight.
Future Sight. I thought it was Time Spiral. Are you
Time
sure?
for a block.
Okay.
I think it's Future Sight.
I don't know. Our judge, he's gonna fact check that. I think I'm right. I think I get the win this one.
Whatever. One of us is right. It's Time Spiral block either way.
It's definitely Time Spiral block. I'm just almost certain it's Time Spiral because I think I had to buy one. Anyway, a Snoop coming down also. Malachi's like, yeah, fuck it, you got one. Enjoy your 2-mana 2/2. What we got on top? That was me.
No.
What?
How about
Okay.
we're both wrong?
Oh my God, Splatter Chaos. God damn it, I thought about it. No! I bet you was in Time Spiral Remastered. I bet, yep, that's
yeah, that doesn't count.
No,
count.
that's why I thought. Okay, so what do we have on
You saw
top?
the hourglass in your brain, that's why.
I saw it. So what did we reveal here? Is that... that is
a
Goblin
driver.
Pile Driver.
Oh man, what a Chad. What a Chad from back in the day.
Shaffer, hit me up. I have a signed one of that. I know you want it.
Man,
protection from
blue, Billy.
Fucking card
Billy.
plated.
Protection from blue.
Yeah. Didn't age well.
Billy, that frog can't block it. Neither can the Murktide. Murktide can't block it.
If you look at that license, we're not blocking this game.
Don't worry.
Push Snoop. Do we have a black source for this frog? Because that would be
we unfortunately don't.
So what card did we pick up?
This does make sense why he left that island on top forever ago.
Yeah.
Because like that's his third land, and he literally hasn't drawn another one since.
100%.
I thought we were like just making sure we had our basics just in case, but no, we just need a third land.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's all good.
So we have a frog.
We have a frog.
Is that Harbinger of the Tides?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure is.
Okay.
I don't think we're playing that.
I mean, it looks
really
good right now.
Cut the goblin deck off right now somehow.
That shit looks real fucking good right now, Chief. Okay, so doesn't look like we're exerting whatever this is. Sling game. That will change the clock quite a bit. It's not going to turn it in Shaffer's favor, but it's certainly going to keep him alive.
Yes. Yeah, we get two fellas. We can throw the fellas, and Swing Gang is a drain, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, attack for 1, love it. Get in your points of damage when you can get them in.
Dude, that Matron's not fucking blocking.
No, but like I'm saying that a lot of people just don't get their points of damage sometimes.
That's a 4th fatal push.
Yes.
I love that.
A lot of people miss points of damage here and there.
Because
Shaffer is very good at making sure he gets his points of damage when he can.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And if, like, let's say we do manage to maybe we draw the Sting Scourger. Maybe Shaffer still got it.
This whole game,
exactly. And that 1 point of damage maybe matters 5 turns from now.
So deadass, what I want to see out of this is Malachi smack Shaffer to 1 and then play this fucking fish and say, good luck, bro. You don't have red mana?
Yeah.
Come on, Malachi. I know you're looking at it. You're thinking about the frog. No, like, bro.
This frog, though. But,
no!
Savage.
Holding up fatal push.
Yeah, like, we're just making sure that we're not dead, right?
Oh, jeez.
Munitions?
Can we get enough? Well, so the fatal push is going to matter quite a lot now, actually.
5. Kiki?
Yeah. Kiki. Okay, Kiki might flip this.
What does Kiki do instead?
No, Malachi. That's a legal target, but you won't like it.
Okay. We stopped ourselves.
Okay, so this ain't good.
No.
This ain't good at all.
It's bad.
It's very bad. So Kiki represents an extra...
So, to be fair, the Sling Gang isn't like a trigger when a creature dies. It's an activated ability, right?
Yes.
So having 2 of them doesn't matter in terms of...
But it matters with the extra body.
Yes.
Quite a bit.
That's what I was getting at. but it's not like it's 2 damage per goblin. Is what I mean.
Worth noting, we could take a different route and just take a matron.
We could copy a
Matron could get an expert to clean up this Murktide next turn. We have a Kiki.
Well, we have an expert in hand, right?
Yeah, but like, what if we want to be extra sure this Murktide's dead? You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
I honestly could see that being a line. Because
we're not going to get a next turn as it is, though.
Fair. Good point.
Yeah.
So this Kiki Jiki will in fact keep us alive.
Yeah, I think we're just a hair short of lethal here. So like, all right, so
if we copy the
attacks,
lieutenant,
yeah, copy lieutenant,
make 3 extra bodies.
3 bodies. Attack 2 of them don't have haste because they're being made off of the token that has haste.
So we are attacking for 4 and then sacking for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we are 2 points off lethal.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
So
4,
this is
we're attacking for 5, right?
5? No,
because we attack with the matron.
I'm sorry. Yeah, we're attacking for 5. So we are literally a point off lethal.
Yeah. Matron, both sling gangs, and then sacrifice everything, and is what?
Would be putting in the 1.
Yeah.
Malachi looks like he's going to take a fatal push on a token. I don't think this is relevant. I think you just let this happen. You're winning currently.
Yeah. I see 13 damage. I agree with you that we don't actually need to do anything.
I don't think we have to do anything. We take this hit. Shaffer probably sacks enough to survive the Murktide hit, and then you need to come up with an answer, right?
5, 6. He needs to sacrifice like everything to not die to the Murktide. No, probably he keeps 1 creature.
Probably everything but the Kiki, I would assume. But then like you're not really playing to a winning board state.
Exactly.
So like I think Malachi's just fine to let this happen.
I agree.
Like pushing a token seems a little bit scared. Sure.
Push a token. I mean that's all point of damage extra, right? Because like now it can't attack.
I mean, but that's effectively 2 versus 1.
Yeah. I think Shaffer didn't sacrifice in response.
Interesting. That doesn't seem like something. I feel like Shaffer.
Yeah, like we were just complimenting him for not missing a point of damage, and I think he missed a point of damage.
Not only that, missed a point of life in his favor, which is now he has to sack his board to not die this. No, sacking your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you've sacked.
Okay. No, he did.
He fixed it. We just didn't.
1, 2, 3, 4.
So we have to sack everything but the Kiki to not die here. Because I don't think you keep a sling gang. I think
Malachi should be at 9 instead of 10. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. We have fixed everything. We're good. So what this currently looks like is Shaffer's going to sack his board to not die. Malachi's going to untap, cut him off red, and win the game.
That would be the hope, right? Like from Malachi's perspective, the hope is just like hit him down to 1, make him so he can't play any spells. Yeah, Shaffer's doing this 1 at a time. I don't think we have to do it 1 at a time, but
Shaffer very thorough with it.
We also don't need to do it right this second, to be perfectly honest.
We definitely need to sack the copy at the very end.
And that's what we did.
Yeah. Okay, so
we sacrificed the copy.
We're 1-tapping.
I agree with you. As far as I'm concerned, we jammed Moon. It was a drown in the lobby.
Yeah. That's probably
I don't think that matters. I don't think that matters at all. I think we Moon. We Moon, we attack. Shaffer has to sacrifice to not die.
How do we get punished even at all? Shaffer has to get rid of practically his whole board.
Yeah.
Even if he untaps and goes Mountain Expert, that's not killing that Murktide, even with that Kiki is still in play. Like, nothing matters. Right?
1, 2, 3, 4,
It'll be
5.
2 plus 3 is 5.
Yeah, so he does get to keep a creature, so I think it matters what creature he keeps.
I can't see him keeping either of this Kiki. Like, this Kiki is the strongest card on the board by a lot.
That's probably true.
So this is currently gain 4, going to 7. We have to, go to 5, keep the Kiki. Makes sense.
So go to 1. The thing is, though,
we're just dead.
Who's just dead?
So the lethal pickup is he draws a second sling gang, right?
Yes.
Because even under the Blood Moon, we can cast it.
No. Yes. Yes, we can.
Yeah. So that's our out. It's drawing a sling gang right now.
All right. Assuming Malachi moons.
Yeah.
Which I think we have to.
I don't know what other play we would make. Like, the frog doesn't help.
So we can... How big is... No, Shaffer should win this game.
How?
Because he can cast Munitions Expert, shoot the moon, and then...
Attack for 3. Holy shit.
No, because he only attacks for 2. Because he
the Kiki taps down. Never mind. Attacks for 1. Attacks for 1.
Yeah. No, attacks for 2. You attack with the Kiki.
Kiki can't attack. Kiki's copying the Expert.
It doesn't have to.
Oh.
Expert shoots down the...
We also don't have the red, though.
For what? Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
I think this entire game came down to us trying to draw Sling into it.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Every time I say or hear moon, I assume we have red
You
mana.
have no idea how hard it's made me unlearn. Like, I have seen this card come down, and
Yeah.
I've watched people try to tap their shit for red, and I'm
For
like,
red.
nope, bro, that's an island.
That's an island. Yeah, everything's wrong.
Yeah, it's very weird, and it's a very hard thing to unlearn. Anyway, MH4, Magus of the Forest. We can't do swamps because then some shit would happen with what's that card called? That
The fact that we made Harbinger of the Seas when Boil and Choke exist in Modern.
this was the
and
one I thought they
nobody's-
would never make.
Yeah, exactly.
honestly.
All right, Shaffer got in his 2 points.
Now we
It's
die.
1-1.
Get him.
What do you got?
Looks like a hand of uncastables,
Yeah.
brother. Untapping.
Un-
Oh, okay. We're explaining how you were dead. Ha, you were dead.
Sure.
God, wow, we didn't
But-
see that.
but we're
line,
not
did we?
dead.
Oh, we didn't see that line.
Well, also,
The fatal push in our hand covered it. We're fine.
the Fatal Push in our hand covered it, and we don't have, red
Right.
mana.
Yeah.
So
So we weren't dead, but it is very
but that
funny.
is how we intended to kill you.
Yes.
Sure. I mean,
I like
can't
that line.
block it.
I didn't catch that line
Can't
at all.
block
I'll be
it.
completely real with you.
Yeah.
So maybe my subconscious has already crossed it out for the fatal push, or I'm just dumb. One of the two.
I think it was the Fatal Push because we knew we had multiple
You're
Fatal
giving me more
Pushes in hand.
credit than I think you should.
Okay, I'm gonna do it anyway.
Looks like Shaffer keeping a 6 here.
Oh, that was a thumbs up. I see a bunch of lands. I see a Drown in the Lock, I think.
Bro, I'm kind of sketch right now. I think that's a surgical extraction somewhere in there.
No.
I think that's the
No,
it's a force of negation. It's even worse. Can it go back to being a surgical?
Chat,
To be fair,
you can't see the face I just made.
to be fair, I think your list placed 3 fucking force negations, and I can barely get my 2 out of the deck. So
Yeah,
I don't know
okay.
what Malachi would have
That's
for it.
We did draw possibly the best card in our deck right now.
Mhm.
We have a Toxic Deluge in our hand.
Yep, that's a good card. Harbinger's still in.
Yeah.
I see Archmage's Charm. I'm playing Archmage's Charm.
There are 2 Archmage's Charms in the main deck.
Known bad card cancel.
Known okay card inspiration. I got nothing.
It's just be divination. It's okay.
Yeah, it's like fine.
Yeah.
Man, I remember the days of Standard where I would play Quicken so that I could divination on your turn.
That's fair. I would like to say, welcome to my TED Talk. Archmage's Charm is trash. Play Tameo. Speaking of,
Get wrecked, nerd.
playing both seems weird, but I love that Tameo, so I don't care.
That's fine.
Cameo
it's
is
a
my-
championship Archmage's Charm, so it's like real pretty.
Okay, I'm here for that.
I need an excuse to play that thing.
I think I have one of those too.
I picked up my quiz.
I think I got it because I made the top 8, and then I was like, "That's neat," and it just sat in my binder.
Yeah, it tracks.
Yeah.
It tracks. So yeah, I got my one for playing, and then I traded for the rest because I wanted a playset of them.
And then that card.
Same with the
became-
Memory Deluge.
Then that card. Dude, Memory Deluge is one of those cards that was playable for such a short period of time, but I loved every second of it.
Like Modern.
I registered that card every chance I could get.
I absolutely feel that.
Oh man, it makes me want to brew a reclamation deck to make come back, but it's probably not good.
Well, maybe
Look,
one day.
I'm fiending to try Sultai Reclamation. Bosch and Roll put out a modern video at some
Okay.
point with a Sultai rec list that a viewer sent in.
Okay, I know
It
Spike
look-
had a rec list a couple weeks ago.
It looked mildly competent.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's neat, and I think you can tune it up and make it slightly better.
That's fair. So I think, yeah, the rec lists are interesting. I just don't know that they're quite powerful enough in Modern.
I'm interested to see. We have not had a turn 1 or 2 play from Malachi.
Yeah, I think he's okay with that. Like he's
I would like
is
that.
he?
I don't know, because now we're just like, there's a cavern, our counter spells don't work,
Right.
we're fetching a Snoop.
Yeah, I think
Did we get
we
this
probably should
Tameo
have
on
gotten
2?
the Tameo down.
Did we draw it on 2?
I think we drew it on 2. Yeah,
Yeah.
because we surveilled a land into the yard.
Yeah,
first,
okay,
So we
okay.
drew it on 2.
So I am curious of, did we have a counter spell? Because I'm almost certain the cavern was in play on 2, right? Like we played this lord off of that cavern. Like we should have known counter spell was bad.
Yeah.
Maybe
Seems
there's
that way.
something different going on that I don't have a grip from Malachi's hand at the moment.
Unsure. I haven't seen all of Malachi's hand. I know we have a Toxic Deluge. I know we have a Tameo, and that's kind of like all I'm positive of. And we have the Archmage's Charm, which we've talked about, and neither one of us is Like super
I
impressed
mean,
about.
like if we play Tameo
love
soon
that card.
and then flip Tameo with it.
Yeah, well, so the other thing too, the fact that we've got things like the Frog and Tameo and Murktide Regent that can outsize what we need to spend on the Toxic Deluge is cool.
Yeah. I've also interesting. I've
We found an island.
not seen a single copy of Orcish Bowmaster for Malachi yet.
I know I saw
I'm
one
not
on the
even-
bottom of his deck when he picked it up to shuffle
Yeah,
it.
I've not even seen one in his hand yet. Like,
Right.
period.
Once he plays a Bowmaster. Yeah.
Fuck.
naturally.
Shit, son of a bitch.
And everything is right with the world.
We're back to everything being okay. Trigger on the Lord, correct?
Yes, trigger on the Lord.
Damn it, Malachi.
No, this is my fault. This is my
Damn it, Mike.
Yeah. Yeah, I was okay, look. All right, so spoiler free chat. So we did our invitational.
We did do our invitation
this past weekend, and it was a lot of fun.
Yep.
And because you could qualify for it with our F&M drafts, you could qualify for it with modern, you could qualify for it with standard. And up until we introduced the invitational, we had legacy firing, and then it just kind of stopped firing.
Yep.
But you could have qualified via legacy. Not everybody had a modern deck.
Yes.
And I didn't want to exclude people from playing in the event, so I built modern decks like card for card, whatever list anybody who qualified sent me. I would build the deck card for card the way that they wanted it, so that they could participate in the event.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I do believe a player in top 8, which was the draft portion, correct?
Yeah, the top 8 was a Emma Partlow's Pauper Cube.
Yep. We ended up having a tokens deck.
Yes.
A player had that. The dog needed
There's
like
a lot
10
of
tokens, right?
There's a lot of tokens. And yeah, so anyway, because I was trying to get all of these decks together for the invitational, I skimped on the resources that I was expending, like my time as the resource in this case, getting all the proper tokens together in time, because I was much more focused on making sure that everybody had the lists that they wanted to play. Yep. So that's my bad. It's all me. I'll take the blame for this. I promise you, I own a bunch of Orc Army tokens. You've seen them on camera in previous weeks. They just weren't where they needed to be. Yeah. Yeah, that box has basically all the tokens from all the modern decks that got shredded.
Oh!
Yeah. Anyway.
We even have cool sponsored clue tokens by our sponsor down below, Kicksar.
Anyway, Toxic Deluge. 2. The number is 2.
A little unfortunate that our army and our orcs are out here.
But we have a Tameo, and the Tameo didn't die.
Boy, guess what? Tameo runs away with games like this.
Yeah, Tameo rebuys that Toxic Deluge in like 2 turns.
Yep. If we do have a charm in hand, which I don't think it is, I think it's a force negation.
I see Counterspell and Force Negation, and I think the card at the top is the charm.
Okay.
That sure looks like blue in the corner.
We can, in fact, just flip the Tameo next turn if we so desire.
If we really want to, yeah.
Hell,
if we really want to, we can attack with Tameo and flip it by drawing with clues, but not after a matron.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't just let a Snoop come out and play and then just sit at the table.
Now we have to think about that.
Yeah.
Shaffer always killing me here. I see that basic forest.
Okay. You don't like it?
No.
Oh.
I barely like the basic swamp in this deck when I played it.
Oh, that's okay. All right. I thought we were talking shit about like the Zendikar or something.
No, they look great. I love Zendikar.
What are we doing?
I just finding a green land in my deck that just
The only card in the deck that we need to cast is Ignoble Hierarch. Yeah,
flip that card, Shaffer. Bonk of Shame's coming.
I think I'm not positive the card is resolved. Okay, it's resolved. I wasn't sure the card had resolved.
I wasn't sure either. But you probably still gonna give him shit for it.
Give him shit.
It's funny.
All right.
I'm here for comedic value.
Flip
Like you have all the intelligence.
Shaffer. We did it. It's a prospector.
Nailed it. How about?
It's a prospector. Not exactly the most exciting thing.
Is this Malachi's hand next to the Tameo? I think, right?
Yes, that's his hand next to the Tameo. We're finding our undercity sewers so that we can surveil again.
I think I want to agree with you guys. I've been playing one surveil land in my list, and boy, have I really wanted a second one.
Yeah,
I've been like fiending for it.
100% the second one.
So
yeah.
Guess I'm going on TCG Player to buy another borderless.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, ow.
All right. Can I say that I'm very happy that I was in the correct camp that said that surveil lands were better than people were giving it credit for during pre-release. So when they were like $2 to $4, I just scooped up every single one that people didn't want.
Yes.
Every single one.
Nailed it.
The problem,
Mhm.
I didn't get enough.
Same. I was scooping them up when the Mortals ones were like $8 to $9.
Yeah.
After people have started realizing it, but hadn't gone crazy.
We hadn't gone to like the 25 for some of these borderless ones.
I'm still missing more than I would.
Yes.
I roughly got one of all of them except for the black white and the green black.
Yeah. I will say I got a little lucky because the ones that people didn't care about were like the shadowy backstreets, the elegant parlors. What
The elegant parlor's so expensive now.
Exactly. So I'm really glad because the parlor and the shadowy backstreets are ones that I happen to get a bunch of because those were the least usable ones in people's eyes.
What is that card?
Tameo, Psychic Frog,
No,
Snoop,
the card
Matron,
Snoop
what's
just
happening?
flipped. There's a card on the deck that I have no idea what it is. It looks like a legend art from an MH set or a Commander Master set. Like, I almost want to say it's 6.
There's no way it's 6. There's no way.
What
it's Birthing Ritual.
Oh, shit. Okay. So I was right. It was like a borderless MH card.
That's another green card.
Okay. You know what, Shaffer? You win. You win. The basic force gets the second point. There's a little second star right next to it. We're on the way up there. Hey, we get to counterspell that.
We could have counterspelled that.
Well, it's not. It's right there. We can't. That's just a fucking Kiki Jiki, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, we just jammed a Kiki.
No.
With a cavern, by the way. We used the cavern.
This is not lethal still, but it's fucking close.
True.
Actually, this might be. Well, we're missing a black. Because this Snoop is untapped, right?
The Snoop is untapped. But the Snoop doesn't get abilities of the Kiki that's in play.
Well, no, what I was saying is you could have Snoop copy Matron, put Harbinger on top, sack, but we're missing a black to cast the Harbinger.
Matron puts him in hand.
Yeah, that's still fine, though, because we have a Skirk. So we make a copy of Matron.
Yes.
We can make 2 red off our goblins. We don't have the black to cast a Harbinger for
right. Yes, we can't do anything.
Yeah, but
okay. I got you.
I was trying to. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was coming to a line, but I was just like, oh wait, we're off. We're short. Yeah,
I gotcha. Okay, so we're discarding some counterspells to this frog.
Yeah, seems good. Yeah. I will say, discarding counterspells after seeing birthing rituals. Y'all read that card? That card. But
yeah, it sure is.
Also, Blue Red Murktide notably has a hard time killing 5 drops, so this might be an interesting experience.
So
I see a Murktide.
Tameo comes in with 2, right? You have to upticker the turn it comes into play?
Yes. Okay. You can't get the Deluge back just yet.
Yeah.
But we can totally flip set up next turn because we turn off basically.
I think we have to, right?
I mean, I don't see the other line we have currently.
We're figuring out what we're exiling with a frog here to draw an extra card. I think that's what's happening.
That's fair.
Or we're setting up a Murktide. Okay. Sure. Figuring out what we 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, Malachi, stop.
Well, that's a large. We left all the lands in there. We made a large boy. Nope. Wait. Oh, Orcish Bowmaster. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Flying.
Sure.
Okay. Seems weird to do the Murktide first if we're gonna draw an extra card.
I agree. I would rather have all my information before committing something like that.
Yeah.
Tameo also should just be attacking for a clue because
I think we might be scared of like an actual that. Never didn't have it, Billy.
So how would you describe this, Potente? I think I've described this quite a bit. And
those fireworks?
Better lucky than good.
You know those fireworks that go off when somebody wins the game?
Yeah, it should have just gone off right there.
They just went off in Malachi's head.
Yeah.
Just with the yippee and every. Yep, that's the one. Yeah. Hey,
Jesus Christ.
Remember I said we should have not played the Murktide to dig for more information first and yada, yada, yada?
I mean, like...
It doesn't matter because we're not going to kill the Murktide.
This should have been the same turn I would have played anyway.
Exactly.
Anyway, if you lose for 2, you lose the game?
Yeah. Yeah, you got it.
So, like, the unfortunate part is from Shaffer's side, this looks fully planned. Like, this entire turn was set up like this.
Right.
But we know.
Shaffer will know if he watches this video.
I would love to see Shaffer. And Shaffer's like, fuck, Malachi played that last turn real well.
Yeah.
Like, no, we tried to lose like a champ.
After exiling the one in our graveyard.
That we could have done.
Flipping the Tameo.
This is great. I love Magic.
Yeah. And again, like this is what it boils down to. And you mentioned it earlier, and we're gonna say it a lot when it comes to the Murktide deck. These micro decisions, turn to turn.
Mhm.
What do I exile when I cast my Murktide? What do I exile to give my Frog flying? What's left in my graveyard? When can I flip my Tameo? All of these micro decisions
Come
that
down
you
to
make.
8 spots.
Yeah, every single one of them adds up. So like if on every micro decision you can lose like a half a percentage point for a game by making the wrong one and branching into the wrong timeline.
At some point, you're losing like 10% chances,
Exactly.
15% chances.
Right. Yeah, every micro decision just puts you in a different reality, basically. It's crazy. But it's what makes the deck so much fun.
Exactly.
Especially once you feel competent with the deck. You feel like you've mastered a thing.
Yeah, it's by far one of the most open-ended modern decks currently.
Yeah.
And open-ended, I think, is the best choice.
Yeah. Did we do it for 3? Why would we do it for 3?
Misplay. I don't think we did it for 3. I could see no reason why we would have done it for 3. I think this is Malachi just forgetting the toughness and then the game state not being maintained well.
Was there a munitions expert?
We copied a matron.
Yeah, that's what
there was nothing. I literally just think Malachi announced 2 and then we killed our Tameo.
Okay. So like this is misrepresented board.
Yes, I think that Tameo should be there.
Gotcha.
Because I almost certain I saw Malachi click 2 life on his state.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Is what it is. Like Malachi's still winning this.
Yeah. 7, 8, 9, 10. We're showing 10.
Yeah.
How many cards are in our hand?
We have 2 clues right there, so +2 whatever we're drawing. So at least 4 lethal. At least lethal. Yeah. Also, like there's spells in my yard for that frog.
This game is literally over.
Shaffer's gonna cast this ringleader. He's gonna get to show us some cool cards, then die in the sky.
Unless he hits Sting Scourger, I guess.
He doesn't have.
That's not it.
That's not it.
That's not it.
That's
nope.
None of those matter.
None of those matter.
All right, buddy.
GG.
Shake your hand. It was a draw 4. That's dope.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Not wrong.
Yeah.
That's a 4-mana 2/2 with haste that drew 4
Attack
cards.
into my Murktide.
I'm just saying it has haste, not that we're attacking.
Yeah, I'm attacking.
Come on.
I'm attacking.
Show him his boss.
Exactly.
Yeah, makes sense.
Maybe if we Music Expert the Murktide post, he'll think it died.
And put it in his graveyard.
Exactly.
Like the Tameo. No. We just have lethal, right? Like we have 3 cards in the graveyard. We don't need to do anything.
Known information in Shaffer's hand, known information on Malachi's board. This game is ended.
Yeah. Shaffer notorious for just playing it out anyway. Just,
make his opponent.
Sometimes your opponent it doesn't realize that they won the game.
Yep. Happens. I've been there before.
Yeah.
I've actually had a pretty important match come down to it quite a bit. You'll see it. It's certainly a thing at the end of that match.
Okay.
I'm not going to ruin anything about it.
All right.
We'll talk about it probably next week.
Okay. Fair enough. I don't know what video this is, so I'm excited. We'll figure it out.
I'm going to tell you after this video, or do you want to be a surprise?
Okay. I don't know. We can just get to it. It's all right. Okay. Crack a clue. Don't crack a clue.
No, crack a clue. Kill him. Kill him.
Sure.
This is still lethal.
Whatever. Now crack a clue.
Now crack the clue.
Draw a card.
Oh, we're going to flip the Tameo? Yeah.
For no reason.
Fuck yes.
No reason at all.
Style points.
It's to make up for the Tameo that's dead for no reason.
Flip Tameo. Also,
we drew a fatal push.
No, missequence. We should have had the frog flip the Tameo. Could have had 2 mana open here.
Nah, it's fine because we drew a fatal push, so we just get to fatal push.
You're fucking lying to me. I didn't see the fatal push.
We drew a fatal push. Do it.
Don't fatal push these, then you don't have lethal.
What? That's not true.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. The frog is not too tough. 2 power is 3.
It's 3.
No, you still have to discard 3 cards here.
No, we don't.
I guess we have a card in the yard.
Yeah, we have a toxic failure in the yard. If we cast the fatal push.
Yeah. Frog goes
discard
2, 5, 6.
Lad.
6, 7.
Exile
3
this
cards.
thing,
Pop
and
the
this
Murktide.
thing, and this thing.
Give the frog flying. Buff
Frog
my
flies,
Murktide by 2.
gets 2 counters. Hiya!
Die.
Count.
Shaffer, the dice are almost lethal. Those things have power toughness. Come on.
All right, Malachi takes down goblins.
Let's go.
Considering how many times Malachi has just gotten turn 3'd, like his own words,
Yep.
by Shaffer, that one probably feels really
That
good for
feels
him.
Okay.
For him, like he gets real salty every time Shaffer just like accidents his way into the combo, and like that's what Goblins is because
It does.
like
You're not playing to that combo. Sometimes it just happens.
yeah exactly. it's do you remember? Were you playing in the Splinter Twin days?
No, unfortunately.
Okay, all right. So for any of you other old people out there,
I wasn't included in
Patrick
that. Let's
Dickman
go.
was kind of the pioneer of the Splinter Twin archetype in modern. Like he was the guy that people look to for the various updates from week to week on what Splinter Twin should be doing.
Mhm.
And at a certain point, he put together the teamer build that he called Tarmo Twin.
Yep.
And that deck was a Tarmogoyf mid-range deck, and that was Plan A.
Boy, this is a hand from Malachi.
That is a hand.
Yeah, we don't have a second land.
We sure don't.
The Spell Pierce is getting Thought Seized, and we're in grave danger.
Yeah.
Yep. Second land?
Anyway, Tarmo Twin was a mid-range deck that could just twin you sometimes.
Yep.
That's kind of what Goblins is. Like that's
Chief,
not terrible.
I've been in this position before. This ain't great.
We're not dead yet.
We might as well be.
There's a land. Everything's fine.
Holy shit, we're so good at this game.
Yeah, we're tapping mana.
Frog.
There's a frog.
Sure. Attack.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Oh,
time out. Pause. 3. That's okay. That's a shock.
Are we indulgencing now? Be a little weird to do it now, but I'm here for it. We did tap out a Bowman.
Yeah. But even then, we could just wait for end step, right?
Also, Malachi, I know you're a combo player. Play your fucking cards post combat, bro. Come on.
Nah.
Go to combat first. Oh, this ain't good.
Oh, we shocked for white.
Hey, remember when I said play them post combat?
No.
Now we're losing our clue. We're getting 2 for 1. We're getting 2 for 1, dog. This is the saddest thing I've ever seen. Yeah.
Couldn't have happened.
Malachi, trust me. Post combat, correct.
Oh, discard fatal pushes.
Why?
Reasons.
What?
Nope. Exile. Get that frog out of here.
But Alex plays frogs.
Get that frog out of here. Get that frog out of here.
Dog, I think we just lost.
We exiled the Tamio, but not the frog.
I think that frog can sit there. I think we're dead, bro. Like, we just fucking mind rot ourselves. We're too light.
Look. Sometimes you attack with the Arboreal Grazer.
Look, I could fatal push that.
Nah.
Yeah, whoa.
Hiya! We got the good old karate chop with the Solitude there.
So we talked about micro decisions.
We drew a land.
Yep. That's the Merctile on top. This frog will unfortunately probably have an effect on this game being in the wrong state.
Yeah.
Yep. So we talked about micro decisions losing us play percentage. How much play percentage did we just lose from
I don't even know.
our entire hand to a frog? The game.
Oh, hold up. Well, we remembered to exile that frog to the prismatic ending.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One extra delve because a frog that shouldn't be there. Yep. Okay. Wait, do we have 3 counters?
I don't.
In there? Fatal push, and what?
Spell Pierce.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Doesn't matter.
Just get it. It's concede, bro. You don't have to sit through this. You don't have to. You're not required.
We exiled that one. We're 3 out of 4.
We're 3 out of 4. But the frog, he didn't want to let go. He didn't want to let go of the frog.
Right. Well, see, you see what happened. You see that tongue? It just latched onto the graveyard and wouldn't let go, despite the Solitude ripping it to pieces.
Also, I'm just gonna spend the rest of this round counting Malachi, tapping my duel for my preordain and not my basic island.
And then cracking the main phase instead of during opponent's turn. I think knowing
Malachi's on till it's
yeah.
I would also be we had a very similar game play out recently with me and Gilmore where he was just like solitudes, and I was just depressed. Sure. I feel hey dog, you're probably dead. I love Malachi.
I was about to say the same thing.
We
got the counter on this guy. This guy's getting in. Presumably so we can hit a land drop.
I guess.
We drew 2 lands off an Archmage's Charm, apparently.
Hey, nice frog.
Yeah.
Is that another fucking frog?
No.
Malachi.
No. 1, 2. 3. Take the Stain Indulgence, I guess.
The Stain Indulgence has to be close to just 2 mana draw too, right?
5, 7, 0.
1 is if I'm right in there.
1. 5, 7, 0, 1.
That's enough, right?
You need 4. Is it 4 types or 5 types?
I don't know.
5 or
Sure.
CMCs.
I don't unfortunately play with the card too much. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. So, all right. Do we know what's in Malachi's hand?
We're about to find out.
Perfect.
Murktide Regent land.
Okay. Land. Draw for turn. Land.
Why play that one?
Do we have another Undercity? Because that's why.
No,
like if we have another Undercity, then
I thought they're both in play. I could be wrong though.
I don't think it matters.
We're we have a Deluge that draws us, but then we can just discard
the Undercity in play. That's why we play the fetch.
Now Deluge is not out because we just fetched.
Deluge wasn't an out. There's a frog.
Deluge for 2? Yeah, we're on it. We were on 0 outs.
Yeah.
So we're just taking game actions.
Yeah.
This was brutal. This was the most kicking I've ever seen anything happen ever.
Yeah, this was
that
tough.
was like we're dead on turn 2.
Discarding the fatal pushes or otherwise, we were dead this game.
Yeah. So like Alex would have seen 2 less cards this game if we had a fatal push, I guess, at the very least.
Yes.
Goodbye. What the hell is that drown on? Hey, we drew a land. Woohoo! Woohoo! Yippee! That was fucking rough.
Yeah,
all right.
That was not good.
Okay. Games 2 and 3 will be better, right?
Sure. Yeah. Let's go with yes.
Let's go with that.
All right.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to hand Malachi's Arboreal Gracious back. Dogs.
He's in the finals. He's 2-0.
Tell him to go back home.
Nah. Come on.
Home is comfortable.
2-0.
2-0
in the finals.
Yes.
Getting used to this deck.
Mm-hmm.
Played it pretty okay against Shaffer. Pretty okay.
Mm-hmm.
Made some mistakes. That's fine. We all make mistakes.
Sure.
Probably shouldn't discard our hand to a frog for the sake of 2 life, but
yeah, I think it just seemed a little bit. I don't know. Maybe like
I don't know if this is before or after Gilmore just trounced him for like 3 hours in a row with this matchup.
Jesus Christ.
It was tough.
Yeah, that would probably demoralize me too, honestly, at the very least. So it looks like we kept the Tameo off of the Preordain.
Sure.
Do we have a second land? I think there's a land.
That looks like a fetch.
On the left. Yeah.
No, that looks like a water grave. Whatever. It looks like a land.
Yeah.
We have Spell Snare.
I love Spell Snare.
That one's real good in this game. That one's real good in this match.
Yes, very good.
That card that matters, the one that matters.
It gets thought seized quite a fucking bit. I mean, it's 4 or 12 cards in Alex's deck that matters. It's Goryo's, Frog, Flahy Archaeologist, 16 Tainted Indulgence. It hits a lot of cards in this matchup.
It hits a lot. What I meant was the ones that matter, as in the Goryo's, because we talked about it. There's only one Reanimate in the deck. So having the 1 mana just no. So I brought this up the other day. I was talking to somebody. I don't remember who I was talking to. Spell Snare only has 1 art.
Yeah.
And it's Wild Mongrel.
It was me.
Getting blasted.
I wanted to be Tarmogoyf aggressively.
Sure. And that's the question, folks. All right. So if you have strong opinions one way or another, if they did a reprint of Spell Snare,
what 2-drop do you want to see countered?
Yeah, what 2-drop is the face of a format that needs to be Spell Snared? Because back in the day, when Spell Snare was originally printed, it was in Dissension, okay, the end of the original Ravnica block.
Yep. And
Wild Mongrel and the Madness decks were the best things you could be doing at the time, right? Wild Mongrel discarding Aquamoeba and
Stern Scolding my Archaeologist.
Yes, I love Stern Scolding too.
So, me and Gilmore talked about this. I've not been boarding that in this matchup. I think I'm incorrect. I think I should be boarding
Frog, it hits Archaeologist, it hits Solitude, it
hits everything in their deck
except their big dumb stuff that they're not casting anyway.
I should be bringing it in. So, other than Tarmogoyf for this art,
right,
orcs. I want to see Spell Snare counting a bunch of orcs.
Sure, just a bunch of orcs holding bows, just getting blasted.
Exactly. Perfect.
Yeah, I could see Bowman. I honestly, I can't put a face to a 2-drop right now that I would say represents the format. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, back in Legacy, for a hot minute, it was probably Stoneforge Mystic.
100%.
Like, there was definitely a time in Magic.
Dreadhorde or Stoneforge, I think, would be a very good option there.
Yeah, there was a time where those would just be like the default answers. There was a time when Bob might have been an answer. But yeah, like Wild Mongrel is the face of Spell Snare. They've never used a different art. I think that card should get a reprint at some point, and I'd love to see a different art.
And here he is, the boy on his day.
Yeah.
The last appearance of
Billy, we're only gonna get like what 3-4 more videos.
Of
Like
Grief?
this is from the 10th, right?
Yeah.
Today's the 26th.
Yep. We
That's
have
2 more weeks
more
of
weeks
modern
and an
plus the
Invitational.
invitational, which is modern. We only get 3 more videos of
Agreed.
this man existing.
What a shame.
You sound
So unfortunate.
Billy.
I'm crying hard tears at the moment.
Folks, I don't know if you can hear emotions. This man is lying to you.
Through my teeth.
Don't believe his lies.
I will never miss this card. I'm dancing on his grave when I leave this shop today.
I will. Okay, so I'm a little sad, only because I just bought those special guest artist ones.
Yeah,
because those are gorgeous. If anybody hasn't seen those, this is a good hand.
this hand is so redundant. Nice grief, dog.
Yeah, like
We fetch, so we have Revolt. We also have Revolt. Currently.
Yes.
True fact. No matter what we take here, this grief's not FM rating.
Okay.
We could just be trying to clear the way. Yeah, this looks like we're gonna spend.
Yeah. Just
fail push.
No, I like this.
Yeah, no, this is good because this makes Goryo's this
we still have the spell snare up.
So this loses notably the second ephemerate, but we were losing the second ephemerate anyway, I think.
That's 2 mana.
Indulgence.
Sure.
Indulgence in response.
Yeah, but we don't have white mana up anymore.
Oh, okay, that's
because now we
I
can't
think that was
anyway. This is a good stack. Doesn't matter. That we're passing the turn now, right? Like now we have counterspell up again.
And we have a frog that's about to hit. This looks good for Malachi.
Yeah.
This is a position that this deck wants to be in. I have a frog in play. I have mana.
Yeah, I think we go back to what you and I were mentioning before about the spell snare targeting the things like Tainted Indulgence, and I'm not sure I want to be doing that. But I think that Malachi pretty cleanly won that stack.
Yep.
And that's a good place to be.
Yep. I'm gonna Malachi, you just gotta connect first. Hit with the frog.
Yeah.
Draw your extra card. See what you want to do.
Yeah.
Because now you've committed to this force negation being your only plan.
Correct.
If something,
while if you had ripped another spell snare or similar,
you could have held up multiple effects. You could draw a land for turn. There's a consigned memory, which cute. I thought about that in this matchup as well.
Yeah, you're talking about
Malachi's taking a lot of just decisions I thought about, what was too scared to commit to at the time.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I think he might just want like everything that even pretends to interact.
I'm just not high on counterspells versus the grief deck. Because once that grief has come down, the counterspells don't matter.
Yeah. I think part of the problem though is like countering any given thing with consign.
Oh, we're just getting out of here. We're done. Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, we're at 12. Are we just dead? Hang on.
Probably.
7.
I believe we had 4 cards in hand.
We're dead.
Yeah, exactly dead. Oh, 1 point. 1 extra point. So we get to hold back the counterspell while persisting lethal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Game's over. All right, game 3.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's fucking go, Malachi.
See it. Oh, was that a pregame action? Was that a stop? What was that?
Whoa there, Simpson.
I don't think we have any pregame actions. I don't think this deck plays any pregame actions.
I certainly don't in my list.
Yeah.
I don't know what it would be. Play on the void, get fucked. Jesus. Hold that. I saw a Tamio in Malachi's hand. Love to see turn 1 Tamio in this deck.
Yeah,
it's like one of my favorite plays in Magic.
Significantly less good on the draw in this matchup.
True, but still not unplayable. See a basic island pulled in the front as well.
Yeah.
I honestly think I need to cut Tamios this matchup because I was trying to find room for all the interaction. I think it's my biggest reason some of the external scolding stuff didn't come in.
Okay.
I do think Tamio could be trimmed on. I think we really want to rely on Frog, Bowman, and Arctide to carry us to victory in this game.
I gotta be honest, I'm not particularly fond of Bowman in this match.
It's fine for State Indulgence. If they put the Gristlebrand in play, it gets turned off practically.
I guess. The thing is like,
but
between the Solitudes, the just like,
it's also not terrible against opposing frogs.
It's not good though.
So I will say the biggest reason I was keeping Bowman in this matchup is it's the very rare thing this deck has. It is a flash threat. So I can plan my turn around having interaction while also getting in chip damage. I've liked Bowman in the combo matchups for that reason. Like, it's not a fast clock,
Right.
but it is something I can deploy while being safe. But maybe I play it a bit too defensively.
Maybe.
But
I don't know. I was actually going to argue that I think in this matchup you have to be almost completely defensive.
exactly,
Like,
you have to
I,
run Alex out of cards and then establish your game plan. I think.
I almost want less threats even, but it's so like you kind of need all the
Yeah.
ones you have because of the solitudes.
Yep. Like I said, I think Tameo would be the cut because like tapping out on one, at least on the draws, I would not have my Tameos because I think you just like if this was a little bit reversed and Alex went like turn one thought seize, take your permission spell, turn two like taint indulgence, you're so far behind. Like maybe I'm thinking too, or just grief scamming in general.
Yeah, that's the big one.
Good
right?
thing I don't have to play around that anymore.
True.
Shadowy Backstreet was the find, or was it Undersea Sewers was the find?
I'm gonna guess the tapped one.
Stopping? Nope, not stopping. Thoughtseize again.
Okay.
Thoughtseize myself.
Okay.
Put the tracks in the yard. We are going deep. There is a counterspell right there, Malachi. I think I know how this one's ends, Chief. I think I know how this one ends.
Oh yeah.
There's like 3 permission spells in Malachi's hand, and
Okay.
Alex has exactly Oreos.
Yeah.
Yep.
That sounds pretty good.
Yep. Follow the Archaeologist. I'm taking the turn to place Archaeologist. I'm not ramming.
Oh yeah. No, like Gilmore.
There's
he
so
saw
much
his hand.
permission. Then you can play the Archaeologist. This is scary, but Malachi has picked up a force, so I don't think it's as scary as it seems.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I agree. Gilmore saw this hand.
Yeah. There's
So
another
Gilmore
permission
knows
spell.
what's going on.
Yeah. Pass.
Yep.
Please, God, just pass.
Don't
yes.
tap mana.
Dude, we are playing a dangerous game now. Of you can't lose this game if you tap out, but if you tap out, you could very easily lose this game.
All at once.
Yep.
Yeah. So, all right. From Gilmore's side, what are we looking for? Like we already have the attracts in the yard, and we have shut up. We have the attracts in the yard, and we have the Goryo's rolled up already.
We have an Archaeologist. I think this turn I'm going to take a turn off to play Archaeologist to kind of stem the bleeding from the Bowman. To try to buy
sure does turn the clock all the way down, huh?
Yep. Also, whatever we see of the Surveil, we might be able to just go land Gorios. Which I think would be... No, it's not good enough. We have the Drown, so we wouldn't be able to go Gorios to get the counterspell, then Gorios in his upkeep. Yep, there's the Archaeologist. I think this is correct. This gets to just help us find other cards. Like maybe we can find an ending to stem the bleeding even harder. Maybe we can find other Gorios to keep pressuring the counterspells. Malachi looking like we're taking the hit. I mean, like, we don't lose the game if we counter this Archaeologist. We have a force.
Sure.
We have a force and a Drown. There's no way... Okay. Sure.
You have an 0-3.
Okay. Nice 0-3. That's a weird line. This means he's still stemming the bleeding. He's just not getting the card.
I think that's fine.
Sure.
He's also not putting more cards in the graveyard.
What's the second Bowman?
Was it a Bowman?
It might be a Bowman or a Frog. It's Frog. We just lost him.
Because
we're gonna Gorios and stuff.
Yep.
This was literally the one thing you couldn't do.
Yep.
Yep.
And we knew it too.
We knew it. We knew the Gorios was there. We saw it on the Thoughtseize.
On Gilmore's Thoughtseize.
Yep. Mm-hmm. We have lost.
I would like this lady.
Yep. If we find an Ephemerate, like it's gonna be hard to get it to resolve, but oh god.
It's a bunch of solitudes.
This is awful.
Yeah, this is not good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10.
Okay, we at least got a spell. So now if we draw an Ephemerate, we can protect it.
Yes.
That was awful.
It was bad.
But I mean, like, we also just picked up a Solitude in the board state that we were struggling with already. So, yeah, no, this is... Oh, Jesus.
But yeah, like you said, tapping out during our end step when we know opponent has the Gorios.
This was the only play we could have made that would have let this Gorios resolve.
Correct. Yeah, this was a game of we'll draw lands eventually.
Yep.
One of the things that we could have started doing is cracking clues during Gilmore's end step.
Yes.
To start hitting land drops.
Oh, we did this in combat?
Oh, that's wild.
That's
This goes back to the whole Malachi keeps tapping his mana pre-combat thing. So yeah, we lose this Atraxa. We didn't find the Ephemerate. We lose the Atraxa, but who cares?
So why did I guess
Because we just get to block. We gain 7 life.
we also did this, I guess, just in case Malachi goes like land holding a Pierce that he might have picked up.
Sure.
Yeah, this makes sense.
Yeah, like
This
is fine.
this is
And
rough.
this is because Malachi, yeah.
And now we just get the main phase Solitude, kill the frog. You have a fucking token and a Tameo, and this is how I lost that game I was talking about.
Malachi, it's all love. Stop casting cards pre-combat.
It doesn't work in decks where you have to hold interaction.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Period.
I mean, like in Titan, there's sometimes you can force things coming out. Like
that's because you're actively trying to do things.
Yeah.
This was nothing. This was just a dude that was going to sit there.
Yep. This is rough. We have a preordain. Now we're tapping out again because
we're going to find a land. Well, we're going to find a land. Everything's going to be fine.
Okay.
We found a land.
Yeah,
I saw a land.
But what does this land get us to? It just gets us to parity.
Way. Land. There's a land. Okay.
And that takes 2 life off of us.
Yeah, whatever. I don't care about that life.
But now we have a whole bunch of permission, and we're going to just die to the Solitude slowly.
It's going to be fine.
So we could flip the Tameo here.
We could flip the Tameo.
I actually think that might be a route to a playable victory.
No, I think I'd rather have my whole hand open. Like, I'm not worried about this Solitude for the next couple turns.
So this is good at the very least for Malachi. If they watch these videos, is you can see the misplays now. You get to see them, like where the game went wrong.
Right. Okay. So we're just gonna chump this time. That's fine. The token's not doing anything, right? It's not attacking through the archaeologist.
I think we're just gonna bleed out the Solitude. I'm a little bit worried. We do have a drown for it, I guess. If
we can just kill the stupid thing.
Ephemerate, this gets real scary real quick. I think Malachi's sniffing that out. Why are we tapped?
I think we're cracking a clue. End step crack a clue. Okay. Which is what we're talking about a minute ago. Like we can find our land drops this way. That's good.
It does insulate us from Goryo's in the future.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Like I don't know.
Not only does it insulate us from Goryo's, but it insulates us from Goryo's when we tap out.
Yeah. I am curious to know. I think Alex has another Solitude. Because we
know we picked one up off the Atraxa.
Which is the one that's in play currently.
Yeah.
But we didn't cast a spell. There is an Ephemerate at the very least. I think I just saw an Ephemerate in that flash.
Okay. He didn't have one off the Atraxa.
So that means we picked one up in the last 2 draw steps.
Yeah, because he also didn't Ephemerate the Atraxa. But he had to tap out for that Goryo. So.
And the Atraxa, the Atraxa went away. There's an ending for the Tameo.
Sure.
Tameo did not attack last turn. Also did not block. That's another small bleed.
Yeah. There's one less clue that we have.
Aggressively surgically.
Yes.
This might be trying to get Goryo's out of the hand, but this means you're just losing a card. Like, I think this is fine. Like, we need to push something because we're on the back foot here.
Sure.
Right? If we can eliminate Goryo's or Atraxa.
Goryo's.
Yeah, so there was an Ephemerate picked up.
Yeah.
We have Force, Ephemerate, Gristle Dad. We're getting close to casting this Gristle Dad.
I mean, it's 8, right? We're at 5.
Pretty far away. Is there an Atraxa in the graveyard?
I thought so, but getting the Goryo is just there. Now there is no reanimate, right?
Yeah, but this game is going to go on for a minute. I'm honestly a bit more worried about the Atraxas just being cast later.
Maybe.
Because Gilmore's talked about this to me a lot, where he's like, I'll get my Surveil land and just fucking start casting.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he has the green one in play, because the deck plays the green-black one usually, right?
What's this round of luck going on?
It's
we just saw the Ephemerate.
Yeah.
Are you gonna?
Oh, we're all the way fighting.
Okay.
No, we're not.
There's a force of.
Okay. We've got cards in zones that they shouldn't be in. That Drown in the Luck theoretically is either on the stack or in exile.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's not do this again. Murktide makes your graveyard matter. Frog makes your graveyard matter. Let's make sure there's not cards in weird places.
That was so bad. Because now we're really behind. Now we're like incredibly behind. Is there still the Ephemerate and we just used our only removal spell for the Solitude? Like, that was the only one we had.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
now the
and I think-
Solitude is 1000% running the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Malachi and I have kind of like talked about this because he does keep ending games with like a bunch of counter magic in hand. And like I've talked to him about specifically Drown in the Lock before,
Mhm.
where that should be the last one he's using almost ever.
Yeah.
Because Murder Counterspell Split card is the best card in your deck.
So it makes sense why he tried to use it there. The problem is we
know
seeing the
about-
hand, you needed to wait till you had one more land to back it with counterspell.
Yeah.
Because you could have theoretically blown your entire hand. There's 2 force negations there
True.
to kill the Solitude, and maybe you have to.
Yeah.
But you definitely shouldn't have cast the Drown the Lock into known 2 answers to beat it.
Right.
There's a Spell Pierce that would have also done it.
Yeah. We can potentially like eventually we have to find a land, right? Like it's in the deck. We're gonna find it eventually.
Yeah, our hand does nothing right now.
Right. So like we can Solitude to block that subtlety to block that Solitude at some point.
Yeah, but that doesn't beat the. I guess it does beat the Ephemerate because
It
we can
kinda
counter
does.
the Ephemerate, but
Yeah.
we have to tap out for the subtlety. No,
We have the force.
yeah.
Like we beat the Ephemerate
Nothing
with the
feels
force.
good, though.
No, nothing feels good. I assume this is a draw too.
Getting close.
It's got to be a draw too.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, now we're just getting beaten by the backup plan of this deck.
Yeah. It's a good backup plan.
It's a very good backup plan. Solitude's a good magic card.
Yeah. There's the
green source,
Okay.
so the Atraxas will become very scary soon.
There's
Yeah.
at least one in the yard.
It's never good when your opponent mills the best card in their hand. Just doesn't want a second one.
Yeah.
We know that Ephemerate's the best card in Gilmore's hand, and he doesn't want a second one.
Is it the best card?
I think it is. It's keeping his threat alive.
Sure.
It's already hard for Malachi to deal with that threat, and that just says, hey, dog, that threat doesn't die.
We found a land, so now we get this subtlety at least.
Yeah. Also aggressively fetching. Are we making the play now? If not, why not just
why not
pass? Because now you're just telegraphing a 4-mana spell into Alex.
Alex will pick up on the small things like this.
Okay, we are just casting a spell.
Sure.
Okay,
that's
that
fine.
is dead to the Ephemerate.
But we gain a bunch of life.
I mean, we get to try to counter the Ephemerate.
Also true. We can't force the back now.
Yeah.
How big is this thing? Okay.
Large.
Ephemerate.
Okay.
Fetch.
Now we counter.
We already fetched. Never mind. Counterspell. No Ephemerate.
Okay. So, all right.
Okay.
You've got a Murktide.
Got a murky boy. First is a Solitude. Land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, isn't the Trax a 7?
No. I think
it's 8.
I think Trax is 8. I think Gristlebrand's also 8.
Grizzlebrand is definitely 8.
I
think Atraxa is 7.
Atraxa is 7. Do we have an
3 and 4
Atraxa in our
fetch,
hand? Are we
right?
dead? If there's an Atraxa in this hand, we're.
Well, we're tapping all of our mana.
Remember what I said that we.
Are we? Okay.
Yeah, you have to. You don't have a choice. But
Sure.
he's just gonna put it on top. And you
Yes.
just pitch the counterspell to it, not the force.
So remember what I said about talking to Malachi about which spells to use and how?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we have the counterspell, at least we get the counter the Atraxa on the way back down, but now we don't.
Maybe we're just trying to send a message. Maybe we make him bottom it by showing him that we're pitching a counterspell and there's no way you're resolving this and he's scared now.
I think there's a third counterspell.
It looks like.
Yeah.
That doesn't change anything.
I definitely still would have shipped that force away.
I agree.
Okay, so now I don't know where Gilmore put it. I was not paying. Okay, you put it. No, grief.
You grief.
Yeah, man. This is pretty on name right now. This is pure grief right now.
Mhm.
Funny enough, the Murktide wasn't winning the race versus the Solitude. Anyway.
No, it isn't.
It wasn't.
It's
Counterspell.
counterspell.
Sure. Now you need to
It's
find another
attack.
counterspell. This Murktide has to be on block duty. You're not winning this race. I thought we were at 7.
Yeah, I'm
thought
pretty
we
sure
just
Malachi
handled it.
was right the first time.
Yeah, I think we just handled it.
Well,
It's fine. We'll lose that life right now.
sure.
2 mana.
I have a feeling this game isn't going to come down to this one.
Yeah, another small bleed here. You played your land and drew a different land. Like just get all information first.
Yeah. The small amount of sequencing, like finding as much information as you can about what your turn can potentially look like before taking game actions that cost you mana or cost you resources, in this case lands, into play, is one of those very small edges that you kind of either
can't give
master
up
over
on,
time or but they do add up over the course of games and over the course of matches.
especially when you're playing like decks like Murktide, which are all about small percentage points.
Yeah.
Fetching. Do we have an answer to this?
We have game actions.
Are we getting a Surveil land now?
Force the negation, the Atraxa.
Resolve. We're getting Surveil land. Okay, so let's just keep going with this entire conversation. Why do this before seeing what they get off the Atraxa?
Because we can't beat the Atraxa anyway.
I mean, yeah. But just to compound the...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Is this a drown in the lock? No.
No. There's only one in the deck, I believe.
That's bad for us.
Yeah. I think I'm pretty sure we're done.
The Atraxa result.
Hey, Priest. It means the Atraxa's back if we kill it.
Yeah. There's a Thought Seize and an Ephemerate while we're at it.
Yeah. Hey, Nile Spellbomb.
Spellbomb.
Interesting to see Nile Spellbomb here.
Nile Spellbomb's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to grow a Murktide real quick?
Ephemerate's back. Yeah, this game is so over. It's rough.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Get a land.
Okay. 7 mana.
7 mana, draw 5.
7/7. 4 keywords. Draw 5.
Yep.
Deal?
Sounds good to me. I remember when this card came out, people thought it was, oh man, it had the Tarmogoyf effect. Remember when Tarmogoyf came out and spoiled Planeswalkers?
Yeah.
This thing says, oh, this is just something that was going to spoil the set in the future.
Hey, we found a Surgical Extraction.
No. Cast it. Look at Alex's hand that you can't beat.
Okay. Hear me out. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Surgical to Griefs for one time?
No. Gilmore attacks with Atraxa.
Okay.
We block with Murktide.
Yep.
And then we surgical our own counter spell because there's 2 in our graveyard. And eat.
Wait, that's kind of cute. It's a shame that it has Death Touch.
Don't forget the Ephemerate that we know. Or, Spell Pierce.
Yo, like turn 9 spell. Let's go. Get fucked, Alex.
Hey, now we don't have to worry about. See, now it's gonna work. It's gonna work, Billy.
Thought Seize about
Billy. It's
Thought
gonna work.
Seize. Mike, it's a Thought Seize.
No, we force it.
Is that really the line?
Yes.
Is it actually good?
No. But it's the only one we have.
This kind.
It's the only one. We go to 1.
So I
literally go to 1.
I have come to the conclusion that I also believe there's still just a Gristlebrand in Alex's hand that we can hardcast now.
That thing's just been chilling there the whole game.
I think it has.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Okay, force. You have to force. Like, actually, factually, you have to force. Yes, sure. Pay 3 mana, that's fine. We have to pay a black for this.
Hey, cheaters.
True.
Hey, look, I was right. He's back.
That's fine. Resolve.
How is it fine?
Fine. Resolves. Don't worry about it. Gilmore's going to attack. Yeah.
Does Malachi see the light?
Yeah, he sure does. What's the target? Yeah. See? Reaching for his own graveyard. He's got this. Easy game.
Easy game. Now we just die in the Gristlebrand.
Yeah. The Gristlebrand's going to draw 14 cards and we're going to die. But don't worry about that. We got him. I will choose not to search the library, thanks.
So good.
Nom, angel.
Nice Atraxa, nerd. I know you'll just play a priest and get it back, but fuck you.
See? We're fine.
All right, the moral victory is we draw a Bowman and kill ourselves.
I think the moral victory is we should have only surgicaled 1 counterspell because we were trading with the Atraxa either way. We didn't have to get rid of both of them.
Fair enough.
Anyway, we're dead.
This game brought to you by casting a frog on like turn 4.
Yeah, whatever turn that was.
Yep. Yeah. We cast a frog.
This entire cascade of problems is from a mistake from 17 turns ago.
Yep. We lost this game because of that one cast. Anyway, thank you all for watching. We'll see you on the next one pretty soon, right?
Yeah.
Any wrap up thoughts?
No, I just kind of harping in on the
No, we've
Murktide
kicked-
thing,
we've
but
kicked
yeah.
Malachi enough.
I'm not trying to kick Malachi. I'm not trying to kick Malachi. It's got nothing to do with the pilot specifically. It's the deck as a whole,
Mhm.
and just like how punishing those small mistakes actually are.
Yep.
And
Because that entire game was a single.
it was one
a single
mistake. One mistake cascaded into that game ending the way it did.
Yep.
Yeah, Murktide, very good, very difficult. Very difficult.
Incredibly fun to play, though.
Super fun to play. All right. That's it.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.